So in this video we're going to get underneath and I'm going to check to see if there is some kind of mode switch. Hitachi's of this era did seem to start using actual mode switches rather than having individual micro switches around the deck. If there is a mode switch, it might be worth cleaning it up. There's actually 7, 8, there's loads of these screws underneath actually. So it might be worth giving it a clean. So I would be interested to see if any of these switches were causing our problems previously, as they could be, the issues that we were having could be intermittent. And we've got an extra little small one here. So if that small one, need to remember that one. We'll put the screw on the other side. So obviously the machine is plugged in still at the moment. To be safe, I will unplug it. There we go. The reason why, or one of the big reasons why these machines were so successful is they were very reasonably priced and they were reliable. One of the things that was especially reliable on them was the video heads. They never seemed to really go wrong. Now on these, very similar to Sony's I think, it's these red screws you need to remove to get underneath. And I've got to be honest with you on this. It's a bit of, what's that? Not sure. I have never had to, in all the time that I've worked or had the VTC 5000 series of machines, I've never had to go into the bottom of one like I'm doing with this one. Never. So it really just gives you an idea of just how little work you actually need to do in these decks. So, reasonably priced they may be, certainly from a perspective of holding this board in and holding that bottom plate on, they are quite over-engineered. However, they've also got these nice little pads to stop the board getting damaged by the screws. And you've also got these as well, which keep the bottom of the machine from hitting the board, which is nice. All nice little features. Somebody's obviously thought about this, and although it was the beginning of the more sort of mainstreaming of video recorders, it was also a time where quality was still sort of thought about. So even though this was a cheap machine, or cheap for the time, it was still a very good machine. So, there we go. So that is, there we go. Very simple underneath. We have what I think here is a mode switch there. One motor, capstan here, and that is the bottom of the head drum. And that is the loading, lace and unlace motor. So hopefully you can see into there. Yep, you can. This I think deals with chrominance, luminance, mainly picture. Servo boards are actually on the top side. So what I'm going to do is get into these little micro switches, give them a little dose of Servicol 10. Servicol Super 10 switch cleaning lubricant. So we'll start off with this switch here, which is, I think this one is actually the switch that tells you if the tape is in the machine. It's literally just a little read switch. So we'll give that a little, that. There we go. back on again. There we are. That's our capstan. Okay. What manufacture these capacitors are? So these capacitors are... I'm not actually sure, to be honest with you. Big fat 1000 microfarad 10 volt there. A couple of delay lines. That's right. That's a delay line. That's a relay line. Quite a few Mitsubishi chips, and actually, yeah, they're all Mitsubishi chips by the looks of it. It's very likely that a lot of these chips actually made their way into Mitsubishi's video recorders. They were a VHS house. That's the audio processing section. So that actually comes from the audio control head there. Got a feeling that one's... Is that the arrays head? I'm not sure. That might be the arrays head. Yeah, it's all quite simplified, but it seems to be very efficient at what it does. So let's pop this board back into place. Screw this back down. Something else we'll do as well is we'll give that upper head drum and also those video heads a bit of a clean using the piece of paper, piece of paper method. Right, here we go. There we go. This one over here. This one, and this one, then this one, this one, this one. And finally, this one. There we go. Right, let's whip her upright. Go, pop that back in there. We need to go back underneath again to put the other board back in place, but for the minute we won't do that. We will just try and get this board back into place. There we go. Right, let's give those heads a clean. Actually inspect. That one looks a bit damaged. That one looks okay. The reason I say this one looks damaged is there's something right on the very edge, but the actual two little head chips seem to look okay. So the only way we're going to tell is if we give them a clean and then fire up the machine, play a cassette. So let's go and get some head cleaner. And actually we'll do that next episode. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and also consider subscribing for more upcoming fascinating hobbies. Thanks for watching.